morning, how are you? We're all fine here in Tag Towers. Me and Sam are better than fine because everybody else is out for the day. Yay! Oh, sorry. Sad. There is a little bit of grumbling outside, so forgive me if you hear some beep, 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 sort of roadworks and things like that. But otherwise, are we feeling tip-top? Have a deep breath in, deep breath out. If you're not feeling tip-top, are you feeling well? And if you're not feeling well, you know the score. It's probably better to sit down on that sofa and just watch what we're doing, encourage the rest of the crew, and maybe do this again when you're feeling okay. So never exercise when you're not right. Okay, that goes the same for if you're feeling a little bit dizzy or dehydrated. Just make sure you feel well, and then we're ready to go. So, are we ready to go? Hurrah! Okay, so I've got my chair, and this week I've got a slightly lower chair than the one I normally use, so I'm challenging myself a little bit more on my squats, but I don't have to touch the chair. I have got my light dumbbells or cannelloni beans, as you all know them. Obviously, I just tend to use these in the bit of the muscle strengthening. Some of you I know like to use them all the way through, that's fine, but the main point is make sure you can get a full range with those arms and that you can get that speed. So it's about the aerobic work rather than how heavy the weight is. Save the weight bit, I always think, for the muscular strength and endurance. Okay, it's been 2 minutes and I'm still talking. That's too long. So let's get started. We are going to move everything out the way. We're going to make sure we got a nice space to work in. We're going to take those feet hip width apart and we're going to breathe out for starters. We're going to think about this really nice long body. Open out this chest, and I'm just going to get you to gently move these feet. Now, we're going to gently move the feet, make sure we feel comfortable, and while we're doing this, we're just going to think about this chin. So I want this chin drawn to the back of the neck. We want a long neck, and we're going to look straight ahead. So if you tend to be looking down at me, see if you can place your tool of vision somewhere that's in front of you so you don't have to look down too much, or the same way, look up. Now, we're going to steady these feet. We're going to squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. We're going to relax those shoulders down. And again, we're going to squeeze the shoulders up. We're going to gently relax those shoulders down. Everyone all right? Now, as you do this, we can make sure we're going to breathe out as the shoulders come down. Relax, soften those shoulders. Now we're going to drop this chin towards the chest. We're going to lift the chin, look straight ahead. And I'm going to get us just to turn that head, gently look over the shoulder that way. Let's do the same again. And we're going to look the same way. So we're gently allowing this chin to drop to the chest, lifting that chin, looking the same way as before. Okay, let's do that one more time. Drop the chin down towards the chest, lift that chin, and we're going to look over the shoulder that way. Then we're going to come back to center. We're going to walk it out again. Just see if we can get these arms swinging a little bit, and then we're going to relax the arms, relax the feet again. Okay, we're going to see what we can do this side. So we're dropping that chin towards the chest, lifting that head, gently, gently turning the head that way. Coming back to center, and again, dropping that chin to the chest. And we're going to lift it up. And we're just going to gently, now we're not moving this part of the body, we're just warming up that neck. You can always tell when I've got a stiff neck, there's a lot of neck exercises. This is something you can do every morning, okay, or whenever you're feeling a little bit stiff in the neck. Now, we're going to walk on the spot. There was something I was going to tell you then, but I've forgotten already, so it can't have been that important. We're going to just steady those feet again, and we're just going to see if we can take a little ankle warm up. So we're going to take that heel toe action, really place that heel down, push that big toe down to the floor, and then we'll change legs. So we're doing about 5 on this foot, 5 on the other foot. Brilliant. Now, we're going to see if we go from here, and we're going to take those little taps forwards. We're going to really relax those shoulders, and we're just going to keep focusing on that really nice long trunk. Good. Now, we can slow this down, remember. I'm already overexcited just to be with you, so I tend to speed up a bit, but just find that pace. That means we're going to gradually warm the muscles and the joints up, get the heart beating just a little bit faster, but not more like that. Good. All right, now let's take those little taps out to the side. So we're just finding our range here. So if you tend to get quite sore around this area in the lower back, just gently make those steps a little bit smaller than maybe you think you should, and gradually build that range. Good. And then we're going to take those little squeezes behind. So with this, we're just focusing on keeping that chest lifted, seeing if we can start to squeeze these bottom muscles, really squeeze these bottom muscles. So it's not a big step behind, it's not a big step behind. We're just taking a little squeeze, and then we're going to bring it back, and we're going to take that little pedal, and while we do this, we're going to roll those shoulders. So we're just taking the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back down. While we're doing that, we're just making that little heel to the floor movement. That's it, good. All right, how are we feeling? Still feeling okay? You know what you need to do if you're not feeling okay or something's painful. It may be time to stop, call it a day, and do this when you're feeling right. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of movement with these arms, and we're going to pick the knees up a little bit more. So we're getting this a little bit more vigorous, It will depend on how you're feeling today, your mobility. You may need to take it a little bit slower. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to bring it down, and we're going to take those little kicks forwards. Now, you're going to just think about this area here. We're going to draw these hip bones together. Just gently draw that tummy button away from your t-shirt, or from your shirt, or from your jumper, whatever you're wearing. Okay, hopefully not a jumper actually, because it's quite warm in the summer months, and you're going to get warmer. So, if you are wearing a jumper, be prepared to take it off towards the end of the warm-up. So we're just taking those foot forward. Now we're going to go back to those little taps, and we're going to see if we can just take a bicep curl. Now what we're going to try and do is make a fist at the top of that bicep curl, open out those fingers. So make it, what's it called again? A fist. That's it. Make a fist and open out those fingers. Make a fist and open out those fingers, and then we'll see if we can take it a little bit faster. So that's it, nice bit of rhythm. So we're really getting the circulation moving through that upper body. Now we're going to bring it in. We're just going to take those little pedals again. We're going to go back to that shoulder roll. We're going to relax the shoulders. We're going to shake the arms out. Shake the arms out. Good. Now, what I'd like us to try and do is just to walk gently on the spot. Okay, so we're keeping that nice pace going. And then we're just going to take those arms out to the side, not to that full range. We're going to bring them in. Nice and gently does it. So see if we can get a nice bit of flow here. So we're not forcing that movement. We're just gently getting those shoulders moving and getting that full range of movement. So just find your full range without taking those arms over shoulder level. We're going to roll those shoulders back again. Now, let's see if we can take a step behind us. We're going to gently press that heel to the floor, bring it in. Nice and gently does it. We can again take that bicep curl with that opening of the fingers. If you feel comfortable, good. Not forcing this movement here. We're going to do 4. Brilliant. 3. I'm just going to show you from this angle. 2 and 1. Now we're going to stay with those backward taps, but we're just not going to push the heel down to the floor this time. Good. So we're just opening out those hips, but we're keeping that tummy button drawn away from the t-shirt, trying to avoid overarching that back. Good. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent work, guys. Let's walk it out. So give me a little punch. Give me a little punch. Good. We're sort of punching just below the chest. Let's see if we can punch above the chest. Let's go below the chest and above the chest. Good. Down below, up above, down below, and just slow it down. Great stuff. Okay, just take the little swing of these arms. And what I'm going to get us to do is just gradually slow down the feet. We're going to take some heel digs. Good. Heel digs. Now, I'm going to get you just to push the arms gently behind you. So I'll show you what it looks like here. We're pushing those palms behind us as we take that step forwards. And then we're just going to relax the arms. Just take the weight onto that supporting leg. Feel that little stretch down the back of the thigh. Now, what I haven't said is we change sides. Let's not forget to change sides. Don't forget, we can do this workout, I believe we call it. We can do it seated. So all these things we're doing, we can do them in a seated position. So I'm going to get us all to start walking on the spot again. And of course, we're going to start punching forwards. So if you choose to do this session seated, you can. It's absolutely fine. My legs are still moving, still using these deep core muscles and using the arms. It's a great session to do seated. Now, there we go. There's my lecture over. Let's move that out of the way, and then we're just going to slow it down. Now we're going to see if we can reach over the shoulder, give ourselves a little pat on the back, bring that arm down. If you can, see if you can keep those feet moving. That's great. Good. So we're just reaching over that shoulder. Your range, it could be here. That's okay. We're just looking to gradually build that range, and then we're just going to hold it there for a few seconds, release. We're going to hold it there for a few seconds, we're going to release. And then keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears, we're going to make a W position. So it means your elbows are lower than the shoulders, and we're going to bring those arms in. We're going to gently draw those shoulder blades together. We're going to bring the arms in. We're going to gently draw those shoulder blades just down the back and together. Good. So we're taking that little pec deck movement. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to push away from you in that press up movement. Push away. Good. What we're going to do is change the feet. We're going to push and in. Good. Push and in. Push and in and push and in. And then we're going to relax those arms, give them a little shake, and we're going to take these legs into that little knee lift movement. Excellent. How are we doing, warm-up chums? You okay? Brilliant. Okay, a little bit more to this warm-up and then we're almost done. We're going to see if we can just bend these knees, take that hamstring curl. Great, we'll add that little pulsing movement, and then we're going to add a little row. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to walk it out. Good. So have a listen to that breathing. If it's coming very fast and you can't speak, we're probably working too hard even for the main section. So this is about easing into it, and even in our main section, you should be able to talk. That talk test is really important. What I don't want you doing is singing beautifully, all right? Then you're not working hard enough. All right then, let's just steady those feet. We're just gonna see if we can just take a little knee bend. Now when we do this, we're not taking the heels off the floor, the heels are down. And what we're gonna do is just take the weight into this leg, and then we're gonna soften the knees, both heels down. So can you see? We're basically taking one heel at a time off the floor. So I'm taking the weight into this leg, and the opposite heel comes away from the floor. Good. Now we're going to take a little tap, tap. Good. Tap, tap. This is a really nice way of getting some good movement going, but we're also getting some leg strength. So it's important that the leg that's taking the weight has the heel down. Good. And that we keep that strong core. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, guys. Bring it down. All right, so we're going to finish our little warm up. We're going to open. Give me a hug. Good. We're going to open and give me a hug. Brilliant. One more time. Open. I did mean to ask you to watch out for the person next to you, but I'm hoping you did that. Hope springs eternal. So we're just taking a punch forwards. We're doing a punch down. We're taking a punch up. Good. Forwards, down, and up. Good. Reaching up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Little heel dig. Okay. So, everybody, if you haven't got your water, you're going to have a couple of minutes where you can nip to the kitchen, have a comfort break, get yourself some water, and the rest of us are going to walk on the spot. So, we've now got 1.5 minutes till the actual session starts. Those of you that don't need anything, you've got everything there and you're happy just to start walking on the spot, you can make this walk quite active. Once you come back into it, just start to gently build and gradually make it more and more active because we don't want you to cool down. Right, I'm going to give us some music. I'm going to shuffle it. Oh my word. Where did that one come from? Okay, so we're walking on the spot. We've got 1 minute of this. So, when we're walking, shoulders relaxed, long back, good. We can walk faster, we can walk slower. We can actually just take some little taps. So at any point in this session, something gets too much, or you don't like it, or it's all a bit too much, just go back to a gentle walk on the spot, or a tap. As long as those feet are moving, that's okay. And then wait to join back in. Now we've got 15 seconds. Let's consult the plan. Can you see? We're going to start with some side taps. So are you ready? Find that spot. 3, 2, 1. Tap. So, find your pace. Some of you are going to be quite fast. Some of you are going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more measured. Now we're going to decide, are we going to use the arms? Good. Now depending on who or what's next to you, you can use this movement, or we can, she says, out and in. So remember those elbows aren't up here. We don't want to impinge that shoulder joint. Good. So focus on here. Or we can just focus on the leg movement. So up to you. This movement, or no arms. Okay, we've got 10 seconds to go. Yep, I think we're 60 seconds to start. Coming up is backward lunge. So we're just going to walk it out. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's not the muscular strength movement, it's what we call backward lunge. It's more of a backward tap. So I'll show you from this angle if you've not done it with us before. Good, nice strong core. Now, quite big movements with the arms and legs. So if it gets too much, take the arms out. Or maybe add slightly smaller arms and slow it down. Good. So up to you. So we're doing a minute on each exercise, 5 minutes of aerobic work. And then we're going to slow it down, do some active recovery through a strength movement. And then we're going to come back to these movements. Good. 10 seconds left of this backward lunge. We're going for knee lifts next. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So just find your breathing. Where are we with our breathing now? We're going to focus on this strong trunk, and only if we feel comfortable are we going to add some upper body movement. So here I am, I'm getting that rotation across the body. Now I tend to want to take my knee across the body quite a bit. I'm focusing on trying to keep it in line with my hip bone. It's up to you. Good. What I want to do is get this rotation through the waist rather than it just being, so which is where these taps come in quite nicely. So we can pull the arms in, push them out if you want to work harder. Good. Excellent, guys. All right, we are 10 seconds left on this one. Remember, we can slow it down. Good, listen to that breathing. Now, what's coming up next? Oh, it's the wide base sway. So, you can keep the feet as they are, or if you feel more comfortable, a little bit wider, we are going to take that little bend and a tap with that opposite foot. Good. So remember, the heel on that supporting leg is down. Now, if we want to make this harder, we're going to take these arms out. Now, for some of you, there may not be enough room, so we can just push those arms forwards. Excellent. Good. So, strong trunk, strong legs. Excellent. Strong upper body, whether we're waving to the, there we go. Have I confused you totally? The forward arms is for those who don't have the room. And of course, we can just take the arms out and just take that wide base sway. Brilliant work, guys. We've got 5 seconds, and then we're going into side steps. So 3, 2, 1. Just bring these feet in, and nice little steps. Again, listen to that breathing. Check. Mine's not feeling too impressive. Okay, now we can go faster, or we can slow it down. We can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. Now, what we're going to try and do is add a little push in a row. Push in a row. Good. That's great, guys. Brilliant. Push in a row. And of course, we can take the row out. We can stay with those side steps. Feet moving. I've forgotten how you say it. How do I say it? Leading with the side of my foot. So toes, knees are facing forwards. That's good. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to find that nice flat bit of wall, something secure, and we're going to go for those press ups. So remember, this is our technique. This is our position. What we're looking for is this strong trunk. So the only thing that's moving, I'm not sure if you can see me here, it's these elbows, arms, what do you call them? So there's a bend at the elbow straight, so we're looking for a good range to bring the chest towards the wall, push it away. Chest towards the wall, push it away. See if you can really lengthen through those arms. So if you think, oh, a minute of that's going to be easier, take those feet away from you. You may have to lower those hands a bit. Chest towards the wall, push it away. Brilliant, guys. Excellent. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. So do you remember those 5 aerobic exercises? We're going to go through them again, and then we're going to do some squats. But this time, 30 seconds on each. So, are you ready for the side taps? 3, 2, 1, out and in. Good. Out and in. So we're going to find that rhythm. So we can either take these arms out to the side, or we can take that little pec deck movement. We're going to find a nice bit of rhythm, guys. Find a nice bit of rhythm. And it's only 30 seconds. Maybe a bit longer, because I forgot when we started on the clock. Oh. forwards. I'm not saying that's wrong, but what we want to do is just create this strength in the core. We want to work those hip flexors. Great stuff. All right, remember we can take that opposite arm, get that little bit of rotation in that spine, really work these obliques. Excellent. 3, 2, 1. Take it down, wide base sway. Good. So we have that little, just a little bounce, but we're making sure that supporting heel stays on the floor. Oh, that little one sneaked in from where we're. Let's go back to this one. Good, I hope you didn't stop because I stopped. Punishment if you did. So that wide base sway. Then we're going to go into side steps. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and we're going to go. Good. So we've got that push and a pull. Oh, yes. But keep an eye on that breathing. Slow it down if you need to. Make those steps smaller. Brilliant. Okay, guys. You are cooking on gas. So what strength exercise would you like to work on next? Arms or legs? Okay, we'll do legs. 3, 2, 1. Okay, legs. So go straight into squats, but if you've got a chair, I want you to walk to that front part of the chair. And we're going to see if we can bring those feet underneath the knees, keep those feet moving, then steady the feet. We're going to power up. Good. And then we're going to move back so the legs are touching that chair. Bring them down, but don't fully sit down. We're just using that chair as our guide. Good. Feet are both at 12 o'clock, hip width apart. We can push those arms forward if we like. Brilliant. Excellent, guys. Good. Now, we've got another 10 seconds of squats. Then we're going to walk it out, okay? 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Okay, so we've got our technique going. We're going to do one more set. Are you ready? Just have a little bit of recovery. Keep those feet moving. Now I'm going to give some of you an alternative, but we're going to start with the squats. So down and up. Good. Keep that chest lifted. Don't let those heels come off the floor. So an easier alternative, we're just going to take one foot off the floor, little knee bend, and 5 on each leg. So little soften and straighten. Harder again, we're just going to take, hold on to that wall, we're going to take a step behind, backward lunge. We're going to come back up. So we're dropping that knee in line with the hip. Good. And again, 5 on each leg. Brilliant. Or we're just going to stay with those squats. Same on the other side. Have a little rest if you need it. Just walk on the spot. So we're still keeping that heel on the floor with that front leg. Good. Dropping that back knee in line with that hip. And coming up. So if any of those don't work for you, just do something that does. Okay? All right. Have a little relax. If you need to remove any layers, keep the feet moving. It's drinks time. I've forgotten the last couple of times. Getting warmed up. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, Sam. Straight on his nose. Okay, so we're walking on the spot. Now we've got another 30 seconds, so don't panic, but we're just seeing how we're feeling. While we're doing this, I'll just show you the beauty over there. Sam Tag. He's not moved since we started. All right, have I got the camera back in the right place? Are we ready, guys? This time we're going straight into kicks for sort of 1 minute. Ready? 3, 2, 1, we're gonna go. Good, little kicks. Good. So this is a nice way of easing back in after the break. I'm just gonna push you back a little bit. You're just slightly too far forwards after I was showing off. Yeah, when I say everyone's out, I mean everyone human. Good. Okay. You can make it a little bit faster if you're feeling like it. So we've got that opposite reach, but that strong core, relaxed shoulders. We're not reaching forwards, standing tall. Good. Brilliant. I'm going to kick the chair, aren't I, if I do that? Okay. Excellent, guys. Just 10 seconds. And then I'm looking down on my list. Hamstring curl coming up. That's the heel kick. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Little kicks. Now remember, this may not be good for you, so you can just tap behind you, but if you can, squeezing that heel towards the bottom. Now what I like to do with this is add a bicep curl, and if you can, take that squeeze and that open of the fingers. Good. Now, here's one for you. Let's see if we can go slow, slow, slow. Then a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. 4, 3, 2. Or stay with the fast. Faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Okay, now this is a good one. We're going into a knee lift. Now I know we did this the first one, but we're going to see if we can do 2 on each side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, tap 2, 1, tap 2, 1, tap 2, 1, tap 2. Now 1, tap 2, 1, tap 2, 1. You like it? Go back to singles if you don't. Great for those core muscles. Great for those balance skills. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Make it more dynamic. Brilliant, guys. Right, just a few more seconds. Remember, we can take out the arms. Draw that tummy button in away from that t-shirt. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Whew. Now, remember that Y-base sway. We're going to use the leg action. Okay, but we're going to punch across the body. Good, so use that tap out. Good, use that tap out. You can punch forwards if that's better for you. Good, tapping out. So we can slow it down. Nice relaxed shoulders, so we're pushing from the chest, either across or forwards. You've got this. Brilliant, guys. Good, and remember you can take those arms out. Let that breathing come back to that sort of challenge but not over challenging place. Brilliant, guys. Okay, excellent. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to walk it out. And then those of you that don't get on with this, you can just walk. Really challenge with those arms. Those who do, we're going to take a little step forwards and back. Forwards and back. So weight into that front heel, push back. And if you find that the knees are okay, if you can stabilize that knee joint, you can take that step a little bit further. Good. Brilliant. So you'll notice that back heel comes away from the floor. It's not a full lunge, okay? Because we're looking aerobically, but we're getting a nice bit of muscular endurance with this. Brilliant. For some reason, I like to do a sort of single-handed bicep curl, but you can do 2, you can do none, up to you. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out, guys. Woo! All right, arms or legs? Arms, arms. Okay. Grab your tins. Grab your light weights. We're going to start by relaxing the shoulders down, keeping those feet moving. We're going to take 8 circles one way, You can make them slightly bigger each time if you like. And then we're going to change direction. Good. Nice and relaxing those shoulders. Keep them drawn away from the ears. Brilliant. I think that's roughly the right number, she says. Now bring those hips in front. Just roll those shoulders back. Palms facing you. We are going to take an upright row. Good. So, high elbows. Brilliant. Strong elbows. Brilliant. Keep those feet moving, guys. Make sure you're breathing out. That's great. This is where the talking is quite useful. Maybe not for you, but I have to breathe out as I talk. So really focus on that breath out. Last one or two. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We can put those weights down safely. Keep a nice strong back. And we're going to walk it out. Good. Shake those arms, guys. Are we ready? 30 seconds, kick. Great. So how are we feeling? You're almost there. You're almost there. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. You're doing a great job. Brilliant. So, we've got 30 seconds on this. 30 seconds, hamstring curl. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Hamstring curl. Good work, guys. That's it. So this is the main exercise. Remember, we can tap it or we can walk it out if this doesn't suit your knees. Brilliant. See if we can add that bicep curl. That's great. Good. So you may have found that you went off like a bat, you know, so that Yeah, my thing about I don't want you to get dizzy or sick. Great, let's get rid of that music. I'm not sure. I pressed shuffle. I think it just draws it from wherever. I thought it was going to shuffle a certain playlist that I've recently made up. Okay, just roll those shoulders up to the ears and back down. And then let's just take that little pedal. Make sure we breathe out. Maybe just make a fist with these hands. Open out those fingers. Brilliant. Make a fist and open. Good. Make a fist and open. And make a fist and open. And then we're just going to take those little toe taps that we started with, but most definitely a little bit slower than maybe we started with. So if you need to hold on to something for balance so that we can maintain this strong core, great idea. Let's see if we can take those little taps behind us. Good. And really push that breath out. Excellent. Push that breath out. All right. Cooking on gas. And we're just going to gently circle those wrists. So, on this beautiful August morning, who knows? We're just going to bring that heart rate down. We're going to stretch out those muscles you've been working, and then you are going to spend the rest of the day feeling full of beans and smug. I give you full permission because you've done a good workout. Now we're going to take this foot behind you. We're going to press the heel of this back foot towards the floor. We're going to bend this front knee slightly, but we're going to just keep that strong core. So we're not leaning over that front leg. So we're stretching out the calf muscles. We're going to bring it in. I'm going to show you from a different angle, just in case you didn't quite get that. We're going to take this foot behind you. Now what sometimes happens is we turn this foot inwards and we feel it more here. We're going to feel it in that lower leg, all right? So just feel that stretch. Good work. And then we're going to bring it up, bring it in. Good. So we had quite a lot of work for these hip flexors. So I'm going to hold on to my wall now. I'm going to take exactly the same movement, but this time I'm not going to press my heel to the floor. I'm going to slide that foot backwards, and this time I am going to lean forwards ever so slightly. I'm going to bend this back knee. Now, keep this bottom tucked under. We're going to lift this chest, and I'm hoping you feel a little stretch down the front of that thigh here. Okay, just in front of the pelvis. Then we're going to straighten this leg, slide this foot in, and we'll do the same on the other side. So I like to have some support for this one, okay, so that heel's not going down. I'm leaning forward slightly, bending this knee now, tucking this bottom in, and then lifting my chest. So it's all about here. Good. Now, you may think, oh, that was really horrible, and it will be, because every time we sit down, these muscles are actually contracting. So we tend to do a lot sitting down if we're driving a lot, if we're doing a lot of computer work. So these usually are quite tight in most of us, okay? And so we'll just take some little taps behind us. I suppose what I'm trying to say is just because it feels awkward doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it. I don't like the word should, but maybe shouldn't's all right. All right, take that roll of the shoulders, and then we'll bring it in. Roll them again, and then let's just see if we can draw that slow circle with this elbow. Slow circle with this elbow. Slow circles. Brilliant. Slow circles. And then we're going to steady those feet. We're going to see if we can walk this hand over this shoulder. Now draw in this belly button away from your t-shirt. While you're doing this, breathe out and gently support that stretch. we're going to breathe in and then we're going to breathe out as we lengthen this arm, lift that rib cage out of the hips. I'm going to stand back a little bit so you can see that last part of the move. Just move those feet a little bit, shake it out. Let's do that again. So we're going to walk this hand over the shoulders, just soften those knees a little bit. Keep those heels down, bottom in. Now gently push that elbow towards the ceiling. Breathe out. We're going to breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we're almost drawing in here, lifting from this rib cage. Breathing out. So you'll feel this lovely stretch all the way down here. Coming back and down, and then we'll move those feet again and again. Let's shake those arms out. Let's shake them out. Now this time we're going to steady the feet. We're going to breathe in. We're going to stretch all the way. Breathe out. Breathe in. Move those feet again. Okay, breathe in. This time we're going to breathe out. Soften those knees. Heels are down. Straighten those legs. Breathe in. Slide those shoulder blades down and back towards the bottom. We're going to breathe in. Breathe out, and we're going to bring these hands behind you. You're going to see if you can just draw those fingertips together, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then we're going to release. Okay. Now you might need to hold on to something, but we're going to make a nice big circle with the big toe one way, and then we're going to circle that big toe the other way. So we're also sneaking in a little bit of standing balance at the same time. Brilliant. So use a support if you need it. Draw in that circle with the big toe. And then we're going to take our little heel digs and we're going to see if we can stretch out the back of the thighs. So we're going to do 2 stretches on each leg. So we're going to take that foot in front. Let's make sure I come into the light. We're going to just take that weight onto that supporting leg, or both sides, whatever you like. Nice long back, hinging at the hips, feeling this stretch down the back of the straight leg. Then we're going to come out, breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to come back into it again. And if you like, you can draw that toe away from the floor. So feeling that lovely stretch, breathing out. And then we're going to come all the way back. Let's walk it out a little bit. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to breathe out. And then gently bring it back up, and we're going to breathe out again. Some point there you probably had to breathe in. Draw that toe up if you feel like it, and then we're going to come all the way back up. Lovely. So let's just roll it out. Okay, let's just take those nice big taps out to the side. Bring it in, out to the side, and bring it in. We're just going to find this lovely long spine. Relax those arms. Find something we can hold on to. I almost forgot this one. We're going to see if we can bring this knee up, hold on to the back of the trouser leg, back of the trainer. You may be able to take the front. We're going to just see if we can lift this chest, draw that tummy button in, bring that knee so it's pointing down towards the floor. See if you can bring that heel as close to your bottom as possible. And we're going to release. Now I'm going to show you a little bit from this angle, the mistakes we tend to make. So we tend to either do that rather than having that knee pointing down to the floor. We also tend to do that. Really arch the back. So see if you can tuck this bottom under. Good. Bring that knee pointing down towards the floor. Lift the chest and look straight ahead. And then we're going to release. Now, we should be feeling heart rate, breathing rate back to a more normal level. So we're going to hold it there. Feel those feet on the floor. Just soften the knees a little bit. Take this breath in. Breath out through the mouth. Breath in. Slow. Can you make this movement? Breathing in. So we have that breath in. And then we'll hold it there. So that breath out is a really useful tool for stimulating what we call the parasympathetic nervous system. But basically, if you've had a difficult time and you're feeling quite, just by focusing on that breath out really helps the body to just calm, relax, puts a dampener on everything, okay? So, there's my top tip of the day, of the week. Thank you very much for joining me. We shall see you next week. Have a great day. From me and from Sam. Has he moved? Goodbye.